welcome back to another video. Today I don't really have that much planned to talk about, so I think I'm mostly just going to talk about the build and just shut up after a little while. So right now I'm making this small thing for wine that is usually in a lot of really fancy houses. And I mean, this is not a necessary step, and I think that I do end up moving this tiny wine cellar into the butler's pantry because I don't like how it looks in here. And a lot of this ends up getting changed, like I said in last video. I try to go with green for the kitchen cabinets and stuff and counters, and I don't end up liking it in the end. Also, you're gonna notice that halfway through this build, I don't know if it's in this video or if it's in a later video, but you're gonna notice that I find this texture that's like dirt stains, which is kind of odd, but I think that it adds so much realism to a lot of my builds, so I ended up using it a lot near the end of this. So right now I'm just making the transformable wine so I can actually put it in there, which is unnecessary. I know that there's other ways to do it. So if you have a better way, that's completely fine. That makes sense. I kind of struggled a little bit with trying to transform and place everything since, it's kind of odd. And you can literally only see the bottom. So really, it's up to your own discretion if you would like to be extra like me and do things like this. I don't know if I fill up all of them. I think I might only fill up those 3. Maybe. I don't know. But I think that it's cute. I think that it adds a little bit of realism. And it's really fun. Now you can see me trying to figure out the color scheme. Right now the walls are this weird light green. I have this tile everywhere that's really colorful, and the reason that I end up trying to use red appliances is because I'm trying to tie it in with the tiles. But I do think that it was a little too much everywhere, and I think that I needed to tone it down a bit, and later on I do tone it down a bit. I just don't think that it's in this video, but I do think that it's fun to see my thought process for everything. So this area that I'm working on right now, like right by the dining area, does also end up get changed a bit throughout the course of this build. I don't think that it ends up staying as shelving by the end. I'm trying to remember what it becomes, but I think that I just put like a dresser and a mirror there, and it looks way more put together and cohesive with the rest of the build. Now I'm realizing that I didn't do a garage and I kind of wish I would have pushed back the house a little bit more for this garage, but I think that it's fine. It ended up working out. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to connect it to the main walkway to the front of the house. And I'm kind of jumping back and forth because I'm getting a lot of ideas at this point, and I'm really eager to try to finish most of the build at this point. And it definitely takes me a while to get my bearings, but once I do, it really ends up looking good. And I mean, if you really like this color scheme and everything, that's fine. You can use the red appliances and the blue counters and the really colorful what's it called? Oh my gosh, the really colorful backsplash, but I just didn't think that it worked for this house. And I'm glad that I do end up changing it in the end. Also, on the left, you can see that I have a sunroom with windows that are floor to ceiling, and that does not end up staying. So don't try to mimic those windows because, I don't end up using those anyway. And I do end up changing that area a bit because I didn't like how the office was shaped. I do wish that I had an area for the office to go to the outside like I did in the beginning, but I think that it was okay to sacrifice that because I think that the layout works a little bit better with the way that I change it. And also I'm able to add another bathroom downstairs in that area, but it's only like a half bath powder room, but I think it makes sense in that area since it's right by the exit to the backyard and the outdoor eating area. I think that it's really important to have a bathroom that's close to those places. So yeah, now I'm working on the garage, and I'm kind of just copy and pasting the things that I've made for other areas of the house or other areas of the roof. And I kind of realized that it was going to be a little bit odd because if I wanted fully vaulted ceilings, I would have to cover up some of the holes. And I think that I could have done a way better job than I did, but it's fine. Also, these little bump outs, I forget what they're called, but those little bump outs that I have do not end up staying because I end up copy and pasting a skylight in those areas because I did want a window there, but I think that it looked weird from the inside to have it like that, so I ended up completely opting out for those little dormers. That's what they're called. I ended up completely opting out for these dormers. So as you can see, I'm just trying to cover it up and make it look like it's actually integrated into the roof, but that part is not necessary. And I mean, if you like how the dormers look, you can definitely keep them. I just think that they were kind of odd looking in my opinion, and I was gonna try to add these little pieces on the side to see if they would look a little bit more coastal, but it just looked really stupid in my opinion. Yeah, it just didn't work. Also, sorry, I woke up with a sore throat, and like I think you can kind of hear it, so sorry about that. I put a little covering over the main garage door, and I add these little curved pieces to make it look a bit more coastal. My voice is like killing me right now. Anyways, so I'm gonna start talking about future build ideas, and yeah, I hope that any of these pique your interest. I hope that something does, but I think I talked about this last video, but I think that it would be fun for me to rebuild my room. I think that would be really fun since there are so many more things you can do in Bloxburg. I think that I could really make it look accurate, and I think that it would be fun to have my room in game. I would also like to build, I've been thinking about building like a, how do you say, a storage container home. I really want to build a storage container home. I think that would be fun. And I've been thinking about doing that ever since I saw the material that's like the corrugated something. I hope that it's like corrugated metal. I don't know if I'm saying that right or if I'm referring to the right thing, but I think that opens an opportunity for me to build a really interesting looking home. Also, I have been thinking about building a mountain home. I think that'll be fun, or I'm already working on that, so that's already in the works. That'll be out after this series. And then I also want to build a mid-century home. I've been saving a lot of mid-century ideas on Pinterest, and I think that would be so interesting because that really, really goes outside of my comfort zone. It would make me study that type of architecture a little bit more. And yeah, let's see what's going on here. Sorry about all the jumping in the video. I've already talked about this, but I have a lot of problems with disconnecting, and it just I really don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do. And now you can see me, there I realized that I didn't have a section to get to the garage. I didn't have a driveway, and that didn't make any sense. So I added a driveway there. I ended up expanding it a little bit more because I think that area that I made was a little bit too narrow. And then, as you can see right now, I added where I put a basement because I wanted to, what's the word? Oh my gosh. I'm saying a lot in this video, I've realized. So I'm so sorry for that. But I realized that I wanted to add a little bit more interest in the front by I don't know. I just think that it looks more interesting this way, and it adds a little bit more depth. That's my thought process with that. Now I'm adding this dirt around because it offers good opportunity for me to do some landscaping and add a lot of flowers, because I think that this is a very this is a very good build to add a lot of landscaping, and I added a lot of areas for me to do so. Yeah, I really don't have that much else to say. I think I added a little bit of filler. Whoa, I literally cannot think right now. It's kind of concerning. I don't know what's going on. I think it's maybe because I just woke up like an hour ago, but I'm trying to pump out these videos right now because I just want to get these off of my computer and I really want to get these to you guys, and I want to show people what I've been doing and show people that I'm serious about building. And as you can see, I'm kind of getting my color scheme in the living room. And yeah, I was kind of experimenting with the area over by the sunroom because I don't know, something at this point just fell off to me. I also realized that I had gappage between where the custom roofing was and the actual wall because of the floor. Like I placed down a floor and then I put those on top of it, and that causes there to be like a tiny little gap. So I filled that up with planks. And yeah, I think here I'm just starting to like actually think about the shape of it, and starting to think about the backyard and things like that. And I just think that it's really fun. Yeah, I like how it kind of wraps around the whole thing, so you have access to the back from every place. And then I realized that I also wanted to add a little bit of that interest to the back as well. As you can see, I think I'm such a bad voiceover person. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people talk. But I'm currently filming this voiceover on the 11th of July. Just every single day that summer passes, I think about how much I don't want to go to school. Like, I love my teachers, I love my friends, I just don't love the work. And I put myself through a lot of work in school, and I'm just not excited for that aspect. But I'm excited to see my friends every day. I'm excited to see my boyfriend every day. Those are like the main things that are keeping me going right now. And I definitely need to start doing a little bit more for scholarships and stuff. Like, I just don't know where to look. It's hard to know what I'm supposed to do in like for this upcoming year of high school, because nobody really prepares you for it. You kind of just got to figure it out. But by my luck, my friends are really good at figuring this stuff out. Plus, one of my other friends, her mom is a person that like actually helps high schoolers learn what they need to be doing. And yeah, that's like really lucky for me and for her, honestly. So I ended up shrinking the sunroom because I felt like it was too big and I didn't know what I wanted to put in there. Because at first I thought that I was just gonna put a dining room in there, but the thing is, we already have a dining room and we have a dining area in the main space. So I'm like, is that really necessary? And it really wasn't. And I think that I did that because I wanted to put windows in that room that's right next to the roof for the sun area. It looks a little bit wonky, but honestly, I don't even care that much. I really don't care. The sides do look weird, but I think that it's okay. As long as the front and the back look decent, I'm like, whatever. Because if you look at houses in real life, they're literally just boxes. Besides the front, they're just boxes, and they just put windows wherever. And I don't think that that is a bad thing. I'd rather the inside look good than the sides look good, you know? Does that make sense? I don't know. I do keep on pausing in this build. Honestly, it's probably a better idea to do your flooring by room, but for some reason I like to do it by the whole house. It really doesn't change anything. I just like it to look cohesive. Even though you can't really, like, nobody's gonna pay attention to things like that. So now I'm just like, I guess I'm just examining the build. I'm just examining it, and I think that that's kind of funny. I think here I'm kind of realizing that I don't like the sunroom and how it looks, and I just want to use the regular windows. But I did put the big windows on the side just in case I change my mind. I do not end up changing my mind, so you can just delete all of the floor to ceiling windows. Yeah, I definitely think that this looks better and makes way more sense in my opinion. But if you liked the floor to ceiling windows, you do you, honestly. And then I just copied over the couch thingies from the couch. I copied over the couch segments from the main couch to this area so that it's a little like wraparound thing. I think that if I were to redo this area, I would do something a little bit more custom. I think that at this point it was like 2 a.m. though, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna put whatever I can. But you can definitely go a little bit more custom, and if you look up like sunroof, or not sunroof, if you look up sunroom inspo, you can definitely find something, and like maybe make it look like there's storage underneath the seating area and things like that. Yeah, I just think that this is so fun. But also, because I have these open doors everywhere, there was somebody that literally came into my house while I was AFK, and then I came back and I saw them jumping around in my house, and I was like, that's kind of odd. So you can choose to have closed doors wherever you want, to be honest. Yeah, they like jumped my fence, and then it was weird. So now I think that I'm thinking a little bit more about the backyard and how I want to configure that, because I didn't really have any set idea for this. I was just going with the flow, to be honest. And I do think that it ends up making sense in the end. I think that I kind of just struggled in the beginning because I wanted to make it look interesting, but I really just didn't know what to do. Sorry, I just like sat here and I just looked at the build for a little bit because I was kind of admiring it. I'm proud of how it turned out, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think I really have that much else to say about this build, to be honest. Near the end, I do end up building decorating one of the kids' rooms, and I base it off of a real life picture that I found on Pinterest, and I think that it looks really, really good. So you let me know what's your favorite room by the end of this series, and I think that I'm gonna head out.
What the dog doing?